What's good with the YouTube? You already know Big Flocka with a convict's perspective, and I'm smashing, dashing, sliding on through that little bit of energy, man. Please hit the like, subscribe, comment, do all those things to help support the channel, and hit that bell notification for future fire content, man. Hey, so check it out. We're gonna get straight to it, man. But before that, let's hope everyone has a positive, productive weekend, man. Stay inspired, stay striving, man, and keep it pushing, moving forward as always, man. So check it out, man. Fresh. We had another murder in prison, and this individual that did it, man, is very interesting, or allegedly did it. The suspect. This happened at Pleasant Valley State Prison, March 10th. Here we go, and I'm going to read some stuff about this individual right after. Okay, Pleasant Valley State Prison officials are investigating the death of Richard Derradian as a homicide. At 10:43 on Friday, March 10, 2023, officer found Derradian lying unresponsive in a recreation yard with what appeared to be injuries. An inmate manufactured weapon was recovered at the scene. Staff quickly initiated life-saving measures and summoned emergency services to transport him to an on-site medical facility for treatment, where he was pronounced deceased at 11:13 a.m. Charles Godin has been identified as the alleged suspect. He has been rehoused in the prison administrative segregation unit while the investigation is conducted. SVSP, I think they meant PVSP, Investigative Service Unit, is facilitating the investigation, along with the Fresno County District Attorney's Office. The Office of the Inspector General has been notified, and the Fresno coroner will determine Derradian's official cause of death. Derradian, 39, was sentenced from Orange County on August 30, 2019, for 2 counts of first-degree robbery, with the loss exceeding $200,000. 2 counts of preventing and dissuading victims, a witness under specific circumstances, and 2 counts of possession or owning a firearm as a felon. October 15, 2021, he was sentenced an additional 3 years by Kern County for the in-prison offenses of providing false statements to obtain unemployment benefits. Godin was sentenced from Alameda County on June 28th to serve life with the possibility of parole for attempted first-degree murder of a peace officer or firefighter with the enhancement of discharge of firearm. Okay, so this dude, I'm going to read an article about this dude, Charles Godin, right? You guys are going to be like, what the hell? So basically, I'm not even going to read it, but I'm going to go off the notes. So basically, this individual, Charles Godin, right? He got a shootout with Bay Area Rapid Transit officers. They're like police officers. They're called the BART station, right? And that was in, I believe, the Hayward station, Christmas Day of 2015. It was all over the news. But he had argued 2 days earlier with a friend, right? And they believe that this is what happened, that he shot a 40-year-old Colin Anderson in the back of the head during the argument. The defense contended that Godin shot his friend in self-defense after Anderson, under the influence of drugs, attacked him with an airsoft gun that Godin believed was real. So he then placed Anderson's body, right, in a tarp-wrapped body in the back of a U-Haul truck, intending to bury him. He ran out of gas by the BART station. When officers spotted him, Godin, who hadn't slept for 2 days and had been high on methamphetamine, panicked and opened fire before they searched the trunk. But he never intended to kill the defense. So they were deadlocked. They were deadlocked on the charge of murdering his friend. You know what I'm saying? The dude's actions are just straight paranoia, man. And there's those that are straight psychopaths and sociopaths, and this individual just doesn't care. If you can commit a murder like that, murder your friend, and also take flight shooting at cops, you know what I'm saying, and then go to prison and take out someone on that prison yard, it just goes to show the caliber of individual this person was. They were definitely with that action as far as being that gangster, but at the same time, man, see, there's one thing to be a gangster, and you do what you got to do. But when you got unpredictable people who will kill their best friend, open fire recklessly at the cops, run out of fucking gas, it just goes to show what type of behavior they had. You know what I'm saying? Now, the first incident, you can say, okay, maybe he was high off methamphetamine. The second incident, you're saying, okay, well, this dude does have the audacity, or the ability to commit murder. Like it ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, this, like I said, this is just, like, I think the 6th murder this year already. We're only in March. You know what I mean? They're on pace to have anywhere from 21 to 24 murders this year. That's a lot, man. I remember when I was in the system, you would hear about 2 to 5 murders maybe a year. Now, there's a reason behind that, I think, though, because back then, when we get slammed down, it was usually for a race riot, right? Or a gang riot. And what they would do is they'd keep you on lockdown for like 9 months. So you wouldn't even be coming out your cell. You'd have your cellie. And a lot of times, if there was people who were targeted to be removed, you didn't have access to them yet. The communications were a lot slower. So I think that it isn't that the system is more violent now. It's that people are not being locked down as long. There's better communication. Therefore, they're able to deal with things. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure many of you guys have been on level 4s back in the 90s and 2000s, right? You could be on lockdown anywhere from 6 months to 9 months. Level 3s, right? And level 2s would go on 3-month lockdowns over a fucking little 10-man melee, you know? Nowadays, you get off and you have a little incident where a bunch of people get stabbed and they're on lockdown for maybe, 15 days, 30 days, maybe a week sometimes, you know? And they'll put you right back out there, you know? So everybody attributes the wave of violence due to those guys getting out the shoe. That may have a very minimal part to it, but I think it's even more so that there's less lockdowns. There's less gang melees and violence and riots in that type of atmosphere nowadays, but there's more people cleaning up house. It is what it is, man. I don't think, I think this is like a time era in prison where people have to be very careful of their actions. They have to be very careful of their drug debts. They have to be very careful of who they disrespect. This ain't the 80s and 90s and 2000s where you didn't have people who had the authority to make decisions. And the way that these guys are making decisions isn't no fucking, hey, go hit him with a fucking RB and fucking slice his neck or his face. It's take his fucking win. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, there's a whole lot of different factors to why there's more violence in prison, but I think it's because they're not being locked down as much. You know, someone gets killed, you're on lockdown for a couple of days. That's it. You know, a fucking riot happens between S and Y groups, you're only on lockdown for maybe fucking 30 days. You know? I mean, you know, there's some stats I got from someone about Pelican Bay, and I think this was interesting, guys. And it was that there was 20 whites. No, I think it was 20 whites, 30 others, right? Yeah, I'm gonna give you the right stats real quick. Let me look at this, guys. This is coming from a source. This is in Pelican Bay. Out of 202 inmates that were recently housed in the Pelican Bay SHU, 20 were white, 40 were black, 112 were Hispanic, and there were 30 others. That equals out to 202. So more than about 60%. And one of the whites was actually a northerner. So 60% of all those in the SHU in Pelican Bay are Raza. That could be because the Bulldogs were sent there. It could be for a variety of reasons, man. But see, before you'd lock down. North and South used to go at it. North and Woods, all kinds of different groups. And so there was less interaction. You come off of lockdown, you may be on lockdown, off lockdown for maybe 2 to 6 months, and something's going to happen again, man. Nowadays, you're only on lockdown for 30 days. The groups that were traditionally at war with each other, they're no longer funking. Therefore, what's there to do? Make money, right? And in prison, you're dealing with a lot of people who don't know how to conduct themselves, that put themselves in a position to where they're going to get taken out. Then you also have people who sent to leadership position who benefit from it. You know what I mean? And can make choices on a personal level. Anyways, you guys all have a positive day. I should have that interview today, but we'll see how it goes. I've been really feeling under the weather, guys. I'm feeling sick, man. So I'm gonna do the best I can. Much respect, much love. I'm out.